You are listening to Miner Metrics. I'm your host, Chris Mellon. This show is powered by a script written by Lockfox and Eve Prosper. This content is aimed at players participating in the mining profession and is provided nightly to give you, dear listener, the information you need to sell your product at the right price. Starting with Tritanium, on the yearly graph we can see the capital mining crash, nerf recovery, and recent stallout. Zooming in, we can see our price has jumped up to 4.6. This price will be short-lived, and you should immediately sell to take advantage of this kind of volatility. If you can't sell quickly, hold, and wait for longer trends. Pyrite is showing the same yearly pattern as Tritanium, but we can see that our plunge has already started to take place. Zooming in, it looks less drastic, but my feeling still stands. It's time to hold on to Pyrite and sell it after the rebound. Moving on to Mexilon, we can see the amazing summit that we're on. Zooming in, however, we can see that the crash I've been warning about is here in earnest. Our recent movement is rapid, and now in order to get out, I think you should be looking for some upward volatility like today. However, if not, you should still get out now before the price drops further. With Isogen, we're seeing the exact same graph as Pyrite, and it's all for the same reasons. Zooming in, we can see our price has pulled out of a decline and is now stalled at 32. It's time to hold your Isogen and wait for a sell signal. Moving through to Noxium, we see a similar graph to Tritanium earlier, but with a stall out at a much better relative price point. Zooming in, we can see a huge upward volatility for the sellers. This is the new peak price for this market, and I believe selling now before the drop is a wise choice. Zydrene's yearly graph is looking alien, with large movements in the early year, followed by a recent plummet in price. Zooming in, we can see the rapid decline we're experiencing. We've had a large spike, but that's only brought us back to the moving average. It's time to hold on to Zydrene and wait for an acceptable price. For the last of our regular minerals, we have Megasite. Much like Zydrene, Megasite has had large movements in the early year, but is only just now experiencing its drop. If Zydrene is any indication, this price has further to drop. Unfortunately, this movement is so rapid that I have to advocate holding your Megasite until after the drop. The rebound from this kind of movement should be significant. Lastly, Morphite's yearly graph looks incredibly stable, but zooming in we can see we've been experiencing a long fall in price with some recent volatility. The event that could really affect the Morphite price is a large Tech 2 engagement, so pay attention to news of that nature. This has been Chris Mellon for Miner Metrics. That'll do it for the show. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to check tomorrow for another episode.